Good morning, world.
It is a great honor to be back in Ebenezer Baptist Church, in the pulpit of its greatest pastor, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., to pay my respects to perhaps his finest disciple.
That was our former president, Barack Obama, doing the eulogy for John Lewis.
Barack Hussein Obama.
Yes. Coming up next, I'm Cedric.
But his friends call him Barry.
You just messed that all up. Gee, are you drunk?
Wow.
Let's do that over.
No, I like that intro.
Coming up next, I'm Cedric.
And I'm Brian, and this is Cedric and Brian.
All right, welcome back. Brian, I don't think that you're allowed to call him Barry. His name is Barack Obama.
I'm just having fun.
I know you are. We're trying to keep this live, but I'm a little irritated, a little triggered.
Wait, why is it not okay for me to say that, but it's okay to say F Trump, and it's okay to say Orange Man, all that? I'm just saying. Anyway.
All right, I know where you're going. I know where you're going with this.
But before I know you want to get into what Barry said. I'm sorry, what President Obama said.
You're answering all the comments.
I'm kidding.
You're answering all the comments on this video.
I actually, unlike others, I actually have respect for all past presidents. And like we spoke before, I had so much hope when Barack Obama was elected. That hope was dashed after about the second year. But
yeah.
At the beginning, I thought it was going to be great for racial tensions. But I want to show kind of the tale of two presidents. So I'm going to show President Bush giving his talk, and then I'll show Barack Obama.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay.
Listen up.
John's story began on a tiny farm in Troy, Alabama, a place so small, he said you could barely find it on the map. Dr. Weinach talked about the chickens. I did a little research. Every morning he would rise before the sun to tend to the flock of chickens. He loved those chickens. Already called to be a minister who took care of others, John fed them and tended to their every need, even their spiritual ones. For John baptized them, he married them, and he preached to them. When his parents claimed one for family supper, John refused to eat one of his flock. Going hungry was his first act of nonviolent protest. From Troy to the sit-ins of Nashville, from the Freedom Rides to the March on Washington, from Freedom Summer to Selma, John Lewis always looked outward, not inward. He always thought of others. He always believed in preaching the gospel in word and in deed, insisting that hate and fear had to be answered with love and hope. And he believed in America. His lesson for us is that we must all keep ourselves open to hearing the call of love, the call of service, and the call to sacrifice for others. Listen, John and I had our disagreements, of course. But in the America John Lewis fought for, and the America I believe in, differences of opinion are inevitable elements and evidence of democracy in action. We, the people, including congressmen and presidents, can have differing views on how to perfect our union, while sharing the conviction that our nation, however flawed, is at heart a good and noble one.
He might have put a little bit of politics in there, but I don't think it was actually political. But it was a good eulogy, respectful, head of state. You know, for whatever you think of Bush, and I know when he was actually president, I cringed a lot when he spoke because he just wasn't the most eloquent speaker. And Barack Obama is a great orator, and Clinton was a great orator. And those were great speakers. Bush was not. But I thought that George Bush did a good job with this. Now let's play some excerpts from President Obama.
John was born into modest means. That means he was poor. In the heart of the Jim Crow South, to parents who picked somebody else's cotton. And someday when we do finish that long journey towards freedom, when we do form a more perfect union, whether it's years from now or decades or even if it takes another 2 centuries, John Lewis will be a founding father of that fuller, fairer, better America. Bull Connor may be gone, but today we witness with our own eyes police officers kneeling on the necks of black Americans. George Wallace may be gone, but we can witness our federal government sending agents to use tear gas and batons against peaceful demonstrators. But even as we sit here, there are those in power who are doing their darndest to discourage people from voting by closing polling locations and targeting minorities and students with restrictive ID laws and attacking our voting rights with surgical precision, even undermining the Postal Service in the run-up to an election that's going to be dependent on mail-in ballots so people don't get sick.
So as you can see, he started off eulogizing, talking about this man, and you do need to bring up because he was with Martin Luther King.
Yeah.
That was part of the civil rights movement. Mm-hmm. And back then, that's what you talk about, how proud you are that he led this movement.
Right.
But as you just saw,
it was a political power move, and that wasn't the time or place for that.
It just happened that 2 black famous politicians died, within a week of each other, and you got to see how different they were treated by the mainstream media.
Right.
You had one who was eulogized by past presidents, which he should have been. He was a huge figure in the civil rights movement. But then, of course, Barack Obama turned it into a anti-Trump rally, basically, at some point, without having to use certain terms. But we're not that dumb.
Right.
We know what he was doing. And then on the same coin, you'll listen to the news, and they talk about basically how Herman Cain deserved to die because he went to a Trump rally and didn't wear a mask. But would you say that about all the people protesting out there for Black Lives Matter that weren't wearing masks? If they died, would you say they deserve to die? I mean, that's just...
And here's the thing. You're taking a very small anomaly of what happened with Herman Cain. It's a terrible thing. There were thousands of people at that Trump rally who did not come down with COVID. But you're going to pick on the one man who was 71 years old, African-American, and had a compromised immune system and say, see, there's proof right there. And think about being dumb. There's so many things that Barack said during that time. He took the opportunity to talk about doing the mail-in ballot. I got to go on this rant just for 1 second. Yes. You can edit it out if you want to, but it's something I have to say. Here's the thing: if we do the mail-in ballot, this is just a power play. Again, in my opinion, is a power play to get Trump out of office. Because if you do a mail-in ballot, what does that take? Days, weeks, months to count the ballots? Let me finish this really quick.
Yeah, go
count the ballot, and then here's the thing: once Trump's term is over and there's no sitting president, and if you guys go back, you have to go back weeks or months when Brian and I did a American history trivia thing. I don't even know what day it was, but you can put a little thing in there. So if there's no sitting president, do you guys know who becomes president? The Speaker of the House. Do you know who she is? None other than the paper ripper herself, Nancy Pelosi. So this is all saying because and I'm not, oh my gosh, I'm trying so hard not to talk bad about Joe Biden. Bless his soul, bless his heart, but the man doesn't even know what state he's in.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Kingswood Community Center. Actually, that's the one down I used to work. As a joke. You didn't know where we were anyway.
Or what room he's in, and he's not gonna run for president.
But going back though, just staying on that last point. So Barack Obama was talking about the mail-in ballots. He was talking about because he wants to keep people safe. As he's talking to a group of people sitting closer than us together at a funeral.
Right.
in the heart of the Jim Crow South.
Wearing masks, but why can't you vote with masks? You've got, I don't know how many people were at that eulogy. That was a lot of people.
A lot.
So do you not care about those people? Is it too dangerous? Why is that not too dangerous, but to wear a mask and go vote is too dangerous?
Right.
The hypocrisy, please, people, if nothing else, see the hypocrisy in this. It's ridiculous how he can sit there and talk to a group of people all sitting in the same place and tell them that it's too dangerous to go one by one and vote.
Yeah.
In
Because
person.
We need to keep the voting process the way it's been. Go to the polling booths. If you can go out there and protest and riot, or if you can go to a funeral service and eulogize people, you can go to the polls and you can vote.
Not only that, there's some states that actually put an RRD, they put your affiliation on the envelope. So could you imagine, because if you go and look at polls, postal workers, government workers tend to lean left.
Yeah.
So now you're going to put all your ballots through a group of people that don't necessarily agree with you if you're voting for the R, and they get to filter it.
So, oops, we lost that one.
Yeah, it's like, oh, okay. It's for some reason only the D's showed up.
Right.
So I mean, and I'm not saying it's going to happen, but
Oh,
it
it was going to happen. I'll say it.
But it could
It's
happen.
going to happen.
And if there's even a chance of that, what's going to happen? And of course, they're already setting it up. The anti-Trump people are already setting up that saying, "Oh, Trump's just saying that he doesn't want to do this because it's going to be rigged." So they're laying the groundwork
Right.
for this. So the only safe way for both sides to do this is to do what we've always done, and you have to show up, wear a mask, and vote. I don't care if they extend the voting. They started on the 1st, so 1st, 2nd, 3rd of November, and let people take 3 days to do it if that's the thing. But why can't they do that?
Right. And if you watch the eulogy, Barack did say something that I kind of agreed with. I'll get your
It's President Obama.
President Obama said I
If
kind
I
of
can't
agree
call
with.
him Barry, you can't.
I
call
know,
him
let
Barack.
it go. That President Obama said is that a lot of people they're trying to rush to the polls before work or trying to rush to the polls after work. Maybe that should be like a holiday where people can go vote.
Yeah. Or
But-
just extend it for a few
but-
days because of the pandemic.
Right. And you hear it seem like that. How come Trump hasn't done that? It's like, well, why didn't you do it? But the mail-in ballot, that is not going to work.
Nope.
We cannot allow that. That will be manipulated. That will be rigged. Whatever word you want to use, we can't allow that to happen.
And not only that, but it would extend the counting so long because have you ever had anything lost in the mail? I know I have. Or you mail something across the street and for some reason it takes 3 to 4 days. I mean, it doesn't always happen, but it's human beings sorting through mail, so things happen. Things
Right.
can get lost.
Hey guys, thank you for watching. Again, leave your comments in the comments section. Again, we're just two guys sharing our opinion. If you want to troll us and berate us, I mean, you could watch someone else, or leave your comments. Make sure you do it tastefully, and we'll get back to you if we deem it adequate.
You don't need to do it tastefully because if you don't, we'll just respond to it right here on this channel.
And make sure you is it Teespring?
Oh yeah, see, I don't know if you can see this. So this, and on the back,
Technically, that's
actually,
my shirt.
so on the back it says, "It's a damn shame." So you can go on Teespring, yeah, it's his saying. I will make more with, my saying, which is "Good Morning World," but his is more fun.
I haven't said it yet. It's a damn shame.
So you can get that on, actually we have the link directly here on YouTube and TikTok. Go straight to our Teespring store. If you want a mug, you got to go to our other merchandise store, which is also in the link.
Okay. Until then, make sure you like, subscribe, and ring the bell,
Share.
and share with everyone. Until next time, I'm Cedric.
I'm Brian. See you later.